Well, shoppers were certainly ready for the economy to reopen. New numbers for retail sales shows an 18% increase nationally for the month of May as some stores reopened. But as you start spending cash, understand return policies at some of your favorite stores may be different since the start of the pandemic. NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack joins us now with more on these changes. Randy.
And Carolyn, if you made a purchase before the pandemic and you weren't able to take it back because the business was closed, you may actually still have some time to return it because retailers are adjusting to COVID-19. And that's not just in the way we shop, but also in the way that we return items to keep everyone safe.
The social distancing continues for retailers. Some are allowing limited in-person shopping, but many are still operating based on online orders and curbside pickup. However, if something doesn't work out or doesn't fit, returning it may not be as simple as another visit to the store.
Return policies are all over the board. It varies by the type of retailer you're dealing with, a little mom and pop shop versus a big national retailer, and also the kind of merchandise you're trying to return.
Herb Weisbaum is the contributing editor for checkbook.org. He says some retailers haven't even been accepting returns during this pandemic at all. Others are revising return policies to meet safety guidelines.
You may be asked to try to return it via mail instead of bring it back by the store. Some of the big national retailers have made it easier to do it that way.
If you do need to return an item, experts say keep your receipt. Call the store or review their return policy online and ask about any changes to the policy relating to purchases during the pandemic. Some retailers have detailed return plans. For example, Walmart accepts some returns and exchanges at its stores, but lists groceries like food, paper goods, home cleaning supplies, laundry soap, pharmaceuticals, health and beauty, or clothing apparel as items the chain is still not processing. Walmart asks customers to use the Walmart app or walmart.com to start the return process. And if you don't have online access, they are extending the period for returns by 6 weeks from the date of purchase. Kohl's has a hassle-free return policy of 180 days. They're extending it 30 days after the reopening of a location. Macy's is adding a 30-day extension upon reopening its locations because items purchased in a store must be returned to a store. Macy's locations offering only curbside pickup will not take returns. Weisbaum says evolving return policies may be the new normal, with the health of consumers and retail employees being the primary concern, especially with clothing.
In many cases, that's going to go on a rack in an isolation room, and that will stay there for up to 72 hours, some retailers are saying, before they put it back on the rack.
Now, if you made a purchase from a business that has now gone out of business, especially some of the small businesses that weren't able to survive the pandemic financially, you want to dispute that charge with your credit card. They may make some special allowances to get you a refund or get your money back if indeed that business has gone out of business due to COVID-19. Reporting live in Chino Hills, I'm Randy Mack for NBC4 News.